In this video, we wanted to talk to especially freelancers and agency owners out there, okay? Because I feel like over these past 2 to almost 3 years now that I've been creating content here at Thrive Themes, I haven't really spent a whole lot of time addressing agencies and freelancers and people that help other businesses use our tools and build their businesses with Thrive Suite. And so I figured, okay, I actually want to talk to these people because, for one, I used to be one of them, as you're about to see, and I feel like I can give you some pointers as to how you can potentially position yourself to not only get more clients, but to get better clients. Like I said, I have a little bit of experience here. I have been using Thrive Suite since 2014. It used to be my dad, the one that taught me how to use what at the time used to be called Thrive Content Builder and how to pair it with a third-party theme that we would typically buy from something like Envato and things like that. And slowly over time, as Thrive Suite also got better, we did really grow a pretty big agency with quite a big clientele. We used to do a lot more things than just WordPress. That agency actually still exists and it does software development more than anything else. But my point here is that I have some experience and I want to show you some of the things that I used to do to particularly grab clients in the WordPress space, and most importantly, Thrive Themes clients, okay? Because a particular advantage that you watching agency owner or freelancer that specializes in Thrive Themes is that you're doing what I typically recommend you do throughout my videos, which is to really figure out who it is that you're talking to, right? I think it's very important that you don't just try to talk to anyone out there that wants to build an online business, but to try to focus on speaking to people that perhaps know about WordPress or that perhaps even know about Thrive Themes, but don't want to put in the time into learning how to use the tools. And there is a particular advantage to using our tools, right? Which is that, you're not using Elementor, which has 200 million people out there competing for clients, or you're not using, Webflow, or you're not using Wix, which there's a gazillion, thousand million experts out there, right? You're particularly specializing in a set of tools that are, in my opinion, the best tools that you can use to build an online business on WordPress. And your job is to really talk to those people that know about these tools, or enlighten people that know about WordPress and perhaps may not know about these tools. So how do you do this? Well, let's first talk about how do you get Thrive Themes clients that may know about Thrive Themes but need a little bit of help. And if you take a look at my screen here, this is some of my posts that I used to do now close to three years ago, almost 4 years ago now. Time flies, but this used to be me, January 26, 2021. November 11, 2020. This is me just dropping in some comments inside our Facebook group, and check out what I did here. And this one's a good example. I actually didn't even remember that I did this, but I put together a bunch of really slick looking landing pages that I built with Thrive Architect, and some of these were from companies as big as Apple, Shopify, Square. I replicated some of their sales pages, rebuilt them using Thrive Architect, and I gave them away for free. Well, I did ask people to opt in if they wanted to, and I also did include an option for people to just grab those templates with a click of a button if they didn't feel like they wanted to opt in into my mailing list. Most people did opt into my mailing list just because I didn't force them to do so. But my point here is that this was a really smart way to put myself at the front cover of where most of those Thrive Themes people were hanging out, right? I mean, some of these people that are commenting knew about Thrive Themes or even were Thrive Themes customers, but didn't really want to put in the time into building their online businesses, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people, they learn about how to build a business, or they learn about what is the required logistics or infrastructure to build their online businesses, but they really want to concentrate on what they're good at and let other experts handle that part for them. And let me tell you, I think from the top of my head, 3 out of the 19 people that commented ended up hiring me at the time. They reached out to me. They said, "Hey man, I like what you do. I like how you talk. I like the videos that you've been doing. I did put a lot of content out there on YouTube, just about WordPress, building online businesses. Every now and then I would create content around Thrive themes, and that, sharing that free information and that free knowledge out there would get me a lot of clients. And look at that. Yeah, you can see how Andrew here commented 4 years ago now. Awesome. And since you didn't force me to opt in, I opted in. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of thankful people. Very impressive. You can just kind of see the feedback that I used to get. And at the time, of course, I wasn't working at Thrive Themes, but since I was genuinely contributing to the community, the Thrive Themes team didn't, they were very grateful. And look at that. Eventually, I'm now part of Thrive Themes. I'm not working here, but this just goes to show how helping people, putting yourself out there is probably one of the most important things that you can do if you want to become an authority figure in your space. This is why I always tell you guys in my videos, hey, it doesn't really matter what you're selling. Create content, written content, video content, do templates, do checklists, do ebooks, do anything out there that can help people understand that you are an authority in your space. This is one of the most important things that you can do, in my opinion. Now, I do want to make it very clear that your mission is not just to get clients, okay? Getting clients, technically speaking, is super easy because just a simple post like this one where, let's just say that you spend 5 hours creating a few different landing pages and you want to post them on our Facebook group. Look, I manage the Facebook group. If you're generally contributing content, I'm always going to approve your posts. I'm going to let you get exposure if I feel like you're generally adding value to the community. So you can start doing that today. But it's important for you to understand that I don't want you to just get a lot of clients. I want you to get good clients. And pricing, especially, I think I have a problem with people that sell their services too cheap, okay? Because number one, there's always going to be someone selling cheaper services than you, okay? I mean, if you're charging $50 an hour, trust me, you can go on Upwork. There's Thrive Themes experts charging $15 an hour. And this is why I feel like doing the kind of thing that I used to do, whether that's here or on YouTube or, maybe perhaps you're doing something else on another platform. Maybe you're answering questions on Reddit. Reddit is a great place for you to get exposure as well because you can genuinely add value to the community. There are subreddits around WordPress where you can engage with people, answer their questions, answer their comments, and gain that sort of exposure. And even throw in links every now and then, like, hey, if you see someone that is trying to build out a quiz, you can throw in a link to a YouTube video where you're showing people, hey, how to build a really nice quiz on WordPress using Thrive Quiz Builder. And that will let them get a taste of who you are and what you do and how good of a job you do using our tools. My point here, guys, is that I think that, my overall tip for agencies and freelancers is that if you want better clients and you don't want just clients, if you have no clients, you need to start getting clients, okay? That's step number one. And that's going to start by, getting maybe not so good paying clients, but slowly as you put yourself out there, as you create content, as you position yourself as an authority figure that allows you to raise your prices, at least get started getting some clients because you need to pay your bills. But my point is that if you want better clients, then you need to be putting yourself out there as an authority figure and hanging out where people are hanging out that could potentially hire you. That is our Facebook group. That is subreddits around WordPress, subreddits around web design and development. That is offering value to the community in the ways that I've shown you, creating landing pages for people, being authentic, just being authentic by offering value. Here's another post that I did January 26, 2021. To all of you guys wondering how you can make your site faster and make it as SEO friendly as possible, get on Thrive Theme Builder, quit the fancy animations that make use of JavaScript, get WP Rocket and combine Minify and defer CSS and JavaScript. If you can afford it, use Cloudflare, use ShortPixel, make sure you have good hosting. This is just me putting myself out there and really just showing up, just giving advice and giving and helping people out of genuine interest. Look at this. If you're ever wondering what the limits of Thrive Architect are, there are none. Only one line of CSS used to hide the search box because at the time I remember you couldn't hide the search bar using Thrive Architect. Now you can. But isn't that cool? New York Times, built with Thrive Architect. Pretty cool stuff. The amount of clients that I built over time just by putting myself out there was pretty big. To this day, I still receive messages from some of them saying, hey, man, I truly appreciate what you did all of those years back, and I'm really happy to see you doing so well at Thrive Themes. And it's funny because by putting yourself out there, you never know how many opportunities you're going to create and how many doors you can open up for yourself just by showing people how good you are or something. So I feel like this video is good not just for agency or freelancers, but man, if you're selling shoes, if you talk about how good you are at making shoes, that could potentially open up so many random doors for you that I think that my overall conclusion for this video is, yeah, just put yourself out there, do good things, do kind things out of goodwill, and that will over time show off in good results for your business. Anyways, my 2 cents. Hopefully this video was helpful. I didn't use a script for this video. You can probably tell, but yeah. Anyways, I'll catch you soon. Thanks for watching.